my beautiful, lovely YouTubers. Welcome. Well. I wanted to talk to you today about more of the debacle that we see with the hypocrisy, the lies, and why it's important. Why it's important to myself and why it should be important to you. Because we have someone that has been able to grasp some power, use this power, and perpetrate, be a fraud, and try to get people to believe that she is creating this wholesome world to help make the world a better place. But the problem is Meghan Markle really is not making the world a better place until she's able to be self-accountable to her own actions. And then just maybe she can try to show that the world is becoming a better place when she straightens up and starts being a better person. Because going around accusing people of these tropes and, these archetypes, things that she's trying to validate herself with this podcast is very problematic because there's a lot of finger pointing without self-accountability. Now, I am filming this video after she has already run her podcast about the Asian stereotypes and the most recent podcast that she has done earlier this week. This woman is just getting on my nerves with her nonsense. And my channel, I want it to be not about bashing, but let's try to make people accountable. And myself, I've been accountable. I'm not just speaking things and not trying to make myself accountable. I'm trying to walk in the best version of myself by when I get checked or when people try to check me, I listen, I think, okay. That was wrong. And maybe I'll apologize, which I have done on this channel. I sometimes have to step back because sometimes people try to check me in a way that's like, what? You trying to check me for this? Well, you way off base because I know I'm not out skanking around trying to pull the wool over people's eyes and it be something that I'm not, which I have been accused of, but I'm not going to let you check me there. Because I know I am doing the best that I can. And I can laugh at myself. I can look at myself as being somebody that, okay, you know what? You wrong. You better stop it. Just straighten it up. And I'll straighten it up. And I'm glad I've been able to be like that because I'm now a better person. Man, if you guys saw me in my 20s, you'd be like, oh my goodness. The things that I would say and do. But with age comes maturity. You've learned, you've grown. I think with age comes wisdom. And I'm still a work in progress. I'll admit it. But this is the problem that someone like Meghan has with the power that she's been able to obtain is that she's using this power in a way that is trying to define herself as being this voice of reckoning and reason to call out things that she herself has not even acknowledged being called out on for the things that she has done. When have you ever? Because if you have, let me know. But I have never heard Meghan talk about when she has made a mistake. And you have to be suspicious and suspect, like, wait a minute, something's wrong with you. You haven't even called out the things that you have done, like in real time. Like right now, I can list things that this woman has done that are clearly wrong. But she wants to call out the same things on Hollywood and other people and cultures for things that she is doing. How can you, with a straight face, try to call out anything when you are never accountable for your own actions? How can you even be a teacher when you're not even willing to be taught? When you're not even willing to wake up and recognize the errors of your ways? Yes, folks. And this is what she has done with this Asian podcast that she had about Asian culture, being over-sexualizing Asian women. But hello, excuse me. Didn't you get your start in Hollywood by over-sexualizing yourself? Has Meghan Markle walked a wholesome life that she is allowed to now sit in this position of newly attained power and wealth and try to point the finger at people for things that they have done? Because I can assure you right now, if Meghan was taken back to her pre-royal days and was auditioning for a role in a film with Asian women that were being over-sexualized, she'd be the first one there in that audition room trying to get the part. Yes, she would. I know she would, because she did it all the way up until she married into the royal family. I mean, look at the way she was over-sexualized, her character when she was on Suits. Look at the commercials she's done. Look at this interview that she did when she was on this talk show. Look at the many times she herself has perpetuated the same thing that she now feels she has obtained the power to call out now from her high tower. There is something wrong with the person that does this, folks. There is something wrong with it. Now, speaking of being over-sexualized, I want to deviate for one moment and show you something special that I am offering on my channel for those who want to now become a lady or a lord. Check it out. I have some news to bear. PDina or PDina. PDina is no more. Since acquiring 1 square foot of dedicated land in Scotland, PDina is now Lady PDina. Oh, isn't it just lovely? I'm a lady. I'm a lady. And now, Otis, you are Lady PDina's protector and knight. Go off and change into your knighthood. Thanks to established titles, PDina is now Lady PDina, simply because she purchased 1 square foot of dedicated land in Edelston, Scotland. This historic Scottish custom allows landowners to be referred to as lords and ladies, where you can add lord or lady to your name. You can add this title to your business cards, dating profile, and you can use it during introductions. Look at it like saying Mr. or Mrs. or Doctor or Rabbi. Also receive a special certificate that features a unique plot number exclusively for you, and established titles will even plant a tree to support global reforestation around the world. Now come on, Otis, you know better. Get out of that pumpkin suit. You're going to change into a carriage. Don't you know the story of Cinderella? It makes an amazing unique gift. Use the code PDINA10 to get an additional 10% off. Go to established titles /PDINA10 to get your gift now and help support the channel. Go get yours today and be called a lady or a lord. Okay, so I hope you did enjoy that. I hope you see that, hey, we can build our own little community of ladies and lords, and I'm now Lady PDina. Lady PDina. And my knight Otis, he's my protector. He's not in uniform right now, but he's sitting there, he's lying there, but he's my protector. But anyway, getting back to this whole idea about her, and I just wanted to read out what was written about what Meghan has done and what she is doing. It wasn't long before the Duchess was accused of hypocrisy for ranting against so-called caricatures of Asian women as over-sexualized or aggressive in Tarantino's movies. Well, she was a caricature of a woman lawyer, over-sexualized, aggressive, and deceptive. Yet she promoted the series, basked in the role, one critic wrote on Twitter, referencing Meghan's role in Suits. I didn't notice that anyone was particularly kind or friendly, whatever the race or sex in Kill Bill films. All characters were exaggerated as in normal Tarantino. Another offered, she would have killed to be cast in Kill Bill or Austin Powers. She reeks of sour grapes. A comment read, she's never had a problem taking her underwear off on TV though, has she? Someone else equipped, Oh, thank God Meghan is on board here. I've been lying awake nights for decades waiting for her to take a position on this. Yet another joke. And then someone on Twitter wrote, I didn't notice that anyone was particularly kind or friendly, whatever the race or sex in Kill Bill films. All characters were exaggerated, as is normal for Tarantino. And this is the thing about the criticism that Meghan wants to give. She herself at one point in time was the exact caricature that she is now trying to point the finger at. Someone like Meghan is trying to blindside people in real time with her podcast by showing that she is not walking the walk that she wants to so articulately speak about. And there is something very deceptive about that. There's something very deceptive about a person who can't even acknowledge their own deceit that they're trying to pull over on people, as if she's lived this straight and narrow life and she's walked the walk and has been an advocate for the things that she's speaking about all her life. And now she has an opportunity to speak about it on this podcast. This is not what is happening. What is happening is that she is trying to wield newly given power to heighten her own brand, to be this self-proclaimed righteous woman, now that she has married a man that has essentially given it to her. His family has given it to her, and how she ridicules the family that has given her this new profound power. And so what I say to people in Hollywood that want to go on Meghan's show and validate her and to give her this platform as if she should be speaking about these things, do your homework. Look at where Meghan has come from. How has she tried to change where she's come from? And see if she is even in the right to even speak about these things. Because if you validate her, if you give her this position of power that she is trying to continue with your name recognition, and you don't call it out, in my opinion, you are validating her hypocrisy. You are giving her the tools to heighten her deception, because your name is validating her. So with the homework that you do for whatever it is that you might do in your regular career, do your homework about this woman. When has she herself try to better her own self and narrative for the sake of now speaking about it? Essentially, that's the only way she would be allowed to call out things that she wants to make better, is she needs to first make herself better.